Hi, this is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you back to my therapy office for this video on art therapy. I'm so excited that you've decided to join me for this particular video and learn more about art therapy. Whether your passion is for drawing or for painting, for charcoal, for photography, whatever medium that you'd like to use or to explore is just perfect for art therapy. And you don't need any talent to do it. I'd like to put your mind at ease that you can still get tons of benefit out of art therapy even if you don't know how to draw or paint. So join the club. I don't either, but I really like to engage in that in art therapy. If it really resonates with you, I think you'll find a lot of joy in it as well. The point of therapy in the first place, whether it's traditional talk therapy or any of these creative therapies, is to help you express yourself, express your feelings, your emotions, and your thoughts, and that in turn will lead to insight into your rape and recovery. But the point with the creative therapies is really that it helps you do this when you can't find the words. So what better way than through something that you really feel passionate about? Now, art therapy is good for resolving emotional conflicts that you may be having. It's good for coping and social skills. It's certainly good for raising awareness, and it's excellent for reducing your anxiety. Now, I'd like to talk for a minute about anxiety with rape and recovery, that this particular type of therapy really does help. You'll notice that you've probably segmented your life into a before and after the rape. Well, the creative therapies, in particular something like art therapy, allows you to live in the here and now. It allows you to really work and focus and concentrate on a project for today. You're not looking at your past, you're not trying to rewrite your history, you're looking at today and in the future. So it's very excellent for that. So let's take a look at what your art therapist is going to take a look at when she sees your work. She'll probably ask you to complete some type of piece, like draw a figure, draw a house, draw a person, or a tree, and she's going to be looking at different details in that drawing. She's going to be looking at how you draw your lines, the pressure you apply to the page. She's going to be looking at the shading and the different details. She's even going to be looking at the size of the object and where you've placed it on the paper. And then let's go a step further and look at some of the details that she'll be looking at. Let's look at the piece through her eyes. Let's say you've drawn a picture of a person and she's asked you to draw this figure, and she knows from her experience and her education and training that how you treat the hand on that person is more important than how you treat your torso or your arm that you've drawn, because this gives her clues. This tells her a little bit more about what you're trying to express. So let's take a look at what she's looking at. Let's say you've drawn it with the hands clenched. This may indicate to her that maybe you're having a little problem with anger or aggression. Let's say you've drawn it very detailed with the joints. This may signal to her that maybe you're trying to be perfect. You may have obsessive compulsive tendencies right now. You're trying to control something in your life. Or let's say you've drawn it with less than 5 fingers. Well, this may signal to her that you have feelings of inadequacy. And lastly, let's say you've drawn it with no hand at all. Well, while this is very common in child drawing, it means something completely different in adult drawing, which is that maybe you have regressive tendencies. So you can see, you get my point. She's forming a number of different ideas about where to take your therapy. She's getting many different clues on what you're trying to express through your work. So if you're interested in interviewing and selecting an art therapist, I'd like to refer you to the recovery planner for this video, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for joining me.